Hello everyone, good afternoon. Glad you are back with us, or with me in this case. Let's go. So, if anyone can tell me about the sound, is it okay, is it too loud or not, the music? That's something I'm always curious to know. Soon I'll find a way to know about it, but for now it is what it is. Okay. So let's get back into our application. Where did we left last time? So let's see. Hey, hello Samuel. How are you doing today? Thank you for the sound check. Hey there, News Zando. Hope you're doing okay today. You enjoy your stay. Let's build cool stuff hopefully today. Okay, let's go. So, we went on this adventure last time. So we are going to build a small application. It's called Epicenter. So right now it's available for you to clone and use as you want. It's open source, it's on GitHub, and Epicenter is a very small application that will be used for internal portals, kind of use cases, internet, just very small stuff. You'll be able to use it as a starter kit for your next application, and also it will be hopefully a great fit because it will have a set of components that are renderless, meaning that they will have functionality and you will decide how do you want to render them. Okay, so let's go. All of these links will be in the description, in a blog article, and let's go. Okay, so let me find the folder that we are developing with. Okay, so in the project root, there's a folder API where there's a Laravel project, and it's all Docker based for now, and it will still, but for now it's with Laravel Sail. So if we want to bring it up, let's go, and we can run sail up -d. We will detach. Oh, Adele, thank you so much, man. Of course, I should show the screen, so that's a good idea. Thank you so much. Okay, cool. So, coming back. Oh no. This happened last time again. So, where is the repo? Here we go. So, ijpatricius/epicenter. So, it will be like the epicenter for some informations and news inside the company, this kind of internal platform. And reminding you, it will be built with Vue, Nuxt, Vuetify, Laravel, and Docker. So all of these will bring together this application, and it will be a very small app with the building blocks to build greater applications. And sure enough, let's see if you guys like it. I really hope you do, with the ideas I have in mind. So yeah, let's go. We are already running. The API. So we have an instance of the application running, also database and also QE. So, and we are mapping port 80. So I'm guessing if we go localhost, we can already see a response from our local API. It's not a stateless API, it's going to be a stateful with sanctum. So what we're seeing is the return of a controller, or even better, routes API. I guess it's here, or no, there we go. So yeah, if we were to say hello, there we go. Okay, so this is the building block. We have been for our backend that will be using like a singleton, or very easily like a singleton, because the session is shared between both applications, the front end and the back end, within a cookie. So yeah, we set up until we set up the backend. So it's not a WAF, it's not stateless, it's not JWT. You can go back on the last episode. We put Breeze API, and right now we spoke a little bit about the application domain. So these are examples of stuff we'll be building. We started with the repo root. We started with the API folder, Laravel, and we installed Laravel, configured Docker, its integration with the project, Breeze for API, and right now we're going to the front end. So I have a front end that an author of a project authorized to put online. Even so, I'm just going to start an application with Nuxt. So I'll be using for now Nuxt 2. And why is this? Because Vuetify is releasing the version. It's right on the verge to release the production version for Vue 3. Also, Nuxt 3 is in release candidate also, and some modules like the authentication and some others are also still not ready for Vue 3. So let's go with what's good for production environment, right? So yeah, let's go with what we can trust to be productive as quick as possible. So yeah, as soon as everything is released, let's of course upgrade and keep it up to date. So let's just get from the beginning, and then I will port stuff. I guess we can use Yarn. I'm more used to npm, but it's either way. So we are in the API, so let's create the next app. Let's call it just app, and it will start the installation with Yarn. I will open in the other screen the project that will help me to start faster. Okay, how's it gonna be named? App? No, it's Epicenter. We're gonna use JavaScript, Yarn, and we're gonna go with Vuetify. We can use Axios, Next.js Axios. We're gonna go with nothing, no testing framework for now. most likely will be with Cypress later. So this is an internal tool and using SSR as some things we'll have to be aware of, we are rendering JavaScript in the server, so we don't have events like mounted, we don't have a window global project, a global object, so there are some things to take into consideration when developing with SSR in mind. With an internal tool, that's something we will not have to take into consideration, so this is good. So deployment target, we'll do this with Docker, right? So it's very easy for us. We can go with static, even so with Nginx or maybe with Node. Let's go with Node. So JS config, we can do that. So my username, IJPatricio, git, and let's go. Hey Andras, welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. Let me know if I pronounce your name correctly. Enjoy, enjoy. We'll have Docker, at least in common. Maybe let me change some music to the next one. Yeah, cool. Cool, Andras. So let's go. So we can go into our application, the front end, and we could, what did we do? Okay, it was npm run dev, right? Yeah. So sure enough, we'll have a Nuxt application now running in our front end. And here is the browser, and so this is the application that we have scaffolded from our Nuxt Vuetify plugin, and it's essentially this. So let's attach it to our project in our IDE, and let's do that by opening. It's in a different screen, so I'm just gonna open, or even from the shell it will be easier to follow, right? So I will just pstorm, launch it from the shell, and right now I'm gonna say I wanna attach this project, so it will open two projects under the same window, and sure enough, one repository, two folders, but they are two projects for the IDE. Something I want to do right now, it's to rename directory, and because I don't want to refer just to app and API, I want to know it's epicenter app. So yeah, right now there's some invalid VCS. Okay, I think it's taken care of. Okay, so this is our basic Nuxt application, and we have index view and inspire, meaning in the pages folder. So if I remember well, yeah, inspire is the routing is file system based routing. So let me just get back. Whoop, whoop. There we go. I will put it from the left side, and on the right I'll have the code. Let's do it like this. Okay, so because we have file-based routing in Nuxt, we can go to the root, and we will be inside this page. So for everyone at home, let's clear Nuxt logo and Vuetify logo, for instance, and I was expecting to see a new compilation. So, oh, it's in this vcard, so yeah. I will remove also this element. So remove this element, I'll just save, and I expected to see this empty. Why isn't this empty? Okay. It's the index page, right? That has a navigation drawer on the layout, and the container should have just the Nuxt view. That should be this component. Let me check that for you. So saving, and I'm not finding how is it possible to that content still be there. Let me check again. Okay, not sure how that happened. Hello world, this is me changing stuff, and after refreshing, just saving, I just pick Command S. This should update instantly in the browser, so I will save, and a few seconds later I would expect to see some change, right? Yeah, so I had to refresh. I renamed the folder. So Adele is asking if because of renaming the folder, maybe this is the reason. Well, I would not expect that. Did I do that after? Because it's this process that I'm running now, this npm run dev, that it will be watching for changes in the files. So let me put this like this. So every time I do some change, I will delete this, I will save. You see, it detected a change in updated pages index, and this has a live connection to the website, and this should do something. It's called auth model reloading. There should be a connection. Yeah, but let's go. So there's, where is it? Let me refresh. Okay, so it's not a WebSocket. I'm guessing there should be somewhere a permanent connection. Yeah, so it's this connection that it's updating. There's a server sent event that the server is sending some data and the page updates. So yeah, if I save this, then we have something changed. Okay guys, so going forward, let's go to Vuetify and see how quick can we be dealing with building some UI. So we have some ready to use components we can use. I will remove a little bit of the zoom. Say we want to use a card to welcome people. Maybe we could start with this as a base. We would have no script, so this is for the learn more. Yeah. Okay, so let's go with this vcard. I want to use it here, and The reveal we don't need. Don't want a vcard action. This is a expand transition, so not needing this. Also these other actions. So yeah, just want a text. There we go. And from here we could go welcome to and our application epicenter. Let's save. There we go. And yeah, we can go with epicenter, meaning let's go with something fun. The central point of something, typically a unpleasant situation. Oh, so that's not good. Let's just keep not so typical scenario. Yeah. So yeah, we already have this card implemented. So yeah, I'm sure for some years I've been using this library in production for a few projects in companies before with clients. So and this is a very good, reliable UI framework. I'm sticking with it for this, not only this, but more projects, but this starter kit and application will use it. And let's go. Let's do that. So I think this won't be very easy to explain in detail, like every point. So let's go with a practical approach. What I was going to say is there's a library with a starter kit that I got authorized to use. It's from an author, is João Teixeira, and he has this template. Let me show it to you. So it's in Vuetify store and it's called the Lux admin. You should check it out. So yeah, this kind of templating, it's the premium version of this, so lots of pre-made stuff for you to use and in your next application. Lots of stuff, lots of pre-built components ready to use. And I was allowed by João so kindly to use it for the base looks, not for me to be concerned into implementing UI, just the logic side of things. He was kind enough to let use the base theming for this. So yeah, links will be in the description for later if you want to check it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to update this Nuxt application to update with some stuff that it brings, and let's do that incrementally. And when we'll have that base, we will connect to the backend. Yeah, so cool. So maybe something we will do by hand before, I'm just reminding. There's a package, or let's do it all together, not to mix it. So yeah, you've seen how we can install a basic Vuetify application with Nuxt. If I were to make another page in this directory, I would have another one, another routing, I mean. So if I were to paste and say contacts, we could come and make a contact page. So we would now have a route to contacts, and yeah, it's essentially this simple to make a new view, a new page. It's just making a view single file component in the pages directory. These extend from layouts. In components, we might have our reusable components, and that's it. Okay, so in store, we'll check into this later. Static assets to put pictures, vectors, and all of static assets, right? So these assets are front ends. So this is Sass or your taste of CSS to use. And let's keep this for a reference. I'm not sure who is going to want to use this after all the job is done, but let's go. So there's the Epicenter app. Whoa. Adele, you were totally right. I just didn't see it. I wanted to rename the project, not the folder. So yeah, that's exactly what happened before. Controlling so much stuff at the same time that, sorry guys, I'm still learning these crafts. Sorry for... Okay. Okay, slow tempo music. So let's go. Let's stop this. What I wanted to do is to move. I want the folder to be called just app. I want to attach it in the project. And what I want to rename. Oh, so okay. rm.rf.idea. Okay, cool. I don't want to delete, I want to remove. I want to remove it from the project, right? Okay. So there's no folder for that. Okay. Going to close the project. Going to reopen it. And is this marked as a project or not? Because it doesn't seem to. Okay. Probably it's indexing because now it exists. No, Epicenter API. Oh, totally my fault. .idea. No, it does not exist. Okay, so I'm just going to close this. Make sure there's no idea folder here. Also not in API. Going to delete API project. So removing just removing from recent project. And I'm gonna go and open again this API as a project. just from scratch. It's a Laravel project. Let's enable the plugin and let's rename the project, not the directory, Epicenter API. And now I want to go into app, the front end. I want to open and attach as a new project. And I want to rename the project, not the directory. Cool. So now we have it. 2 folders, 2 projects. Cool. So checking what is there to commit. All is good, no node modules. So I will git add commit basic Nuxt to install. Going to push it. So again, you've added another Git repository. Okay, so stop. I'm just doing so git status. Okay. Okay, checking in with the project. And let's check our develop branch. And should, oh, we have .idea, it went up, so this is not good. Oh, this is not going so well today. So git rm management cached .idea. Damn. Epicenter from, yeah, it's not the project is inside. So now we removed. So git that cleanup. Okay, let me check state. There we go. So it's a submodel app. Oh, this is not good. So git rm damn. So this is again cleaning, and now we should be good to go. Sorry for these guys. So refreshing. Dead enough. We have the API, the application, and I think now it should be ready to go. Cool. But now I'm going to bring another project. So let's open this in a new window. I will open it in another folder. And what are we going to do? We are going to install more plugins, and let's go with something that will help me later to continue this. Okay, so we want to install Nuxt.js that has Vue and Vuetify. We need the auth plugin. We already have the Axios. Yeah, we want composition API. But we'll be using Pinia with composition API, and maybe also we're going to use, or at least have available Tailwind CSS to also use inside, and yeah, that's it. Okay. I have to change this song, just a moment. want something more relaxing, soothing. If you have any recommendations for music, write free musics, let me know. Hope you enjoy this sound. Okay, let's relax and go. Okay. So, say we want to load something from the API. I will just make some dummy stuff for now. So for these, or at least for consistency, let's go with iTerm. So let's have our application compiling on the front end side of things. And right here we'll go to the API and let's make a controller that, I don't know, we're going to go with news, right? There will be some news inside this tool. News feed. So yeah, maybe let's start with some news. So let's make maybe an API news controller. So when we go into our project, we already have an API endpoint with a news controller ready to dump some stuff. And we're gonna go and index a few, so, and we'll return just some hard-coded values. So we're gonna go with the title and the body. And I'll rely on some Mokaru. Was that something I remember? Random data generator, yeah. I don't remember. Okay, let's fall back to some lorem ipsum. So let's generate some, and I'm gonna just go ahead and put a few. Just, I think 2 will be enough for what we're gonna do. It's gonna be more than enough. Just wanna give it a little different taste, right? Okay, so I need a route endpoint to go into that controller. So I'm gonna go with route get, so /news, and let's keep it this way. And this will go, I'll open an array notation. I will put our news controller and the method will be index. I will import this to simplify things, and there we go. So whenever I hit the /news endpoint, Laravel will route the requests to this controller and will run this method that will return an array that will be serialized into a JSON response. So we can check this by coming at localhost, okay, /news, yeah, and there we go. Sure enough, we have our request with our JSON we do need. So if we wanted to use directly, we can, and let's see when we will not be able to do that. So the issue is, or at least let's go with this. Sorry, not here. So we are in contacts page, is it? Okay. So we're gonna turn this into news, for instance. So there's a news page. So let's grab that data in the beginning. So let's make a method, and in the created hook, let's point to get news. Let's make the method, we don't need arguments. So if I remember well, we have this dot API, right? Because we already have Nuxt Axios, yeah? So we should have configured a client to use. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, the base URL, it won't be this, it will be HTTP, it won't be localhost 3000, it will be just localhost 80, yeah? So there we go, we saved it. So we can now easily get our state, this .api, .get, and now we're gonna go with /news, and this will return a promise. We'll get the response, and let's just console log it. r.data, this is Axios, not fetch, so okay. I hope we'll see that when we'll refresh news page that we changed. Let's open our inspector. Some error happened. Methods as type object in the what happened? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so this is outside, and there's one more. Let's clean this up. And Bernard joined us. Hello, Bernard. Welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. We were into a bumpy start, but now I think we're getting there real quick. So, our API does not exist. I was thinking it was. Let me check. Why is it like this? Oh, right, in the other one I might be injecting the plugin. So Bernard is asking, what are we building? We are building an internal application for a company, but this is essentially a full stack web application. Just having this internal application as a starter kit so that you can use this project as the starting point for your next application. We are building with Vue, Nuxt, Vuetify, Laravel and Docker. I hope you enjoy the stack. Buenas, Sebastián, ¿qué tal? Bien, buen día. So, heading back, I need to find out why am I used to use this $API and I cannot. Sebastian is watching from Argentina. Welcome, welcome. I'm from Portugal. Cool. People from all over the world, I would assume. So, why am I able to use $API? Let's check. Let me open another project. So this is Latin languages rules here. No. Everyone rules here. It's open to everyone. Hello. There's someone asking who is the font. What's the font and theme? I've never been asked this, I think. Hello, no. Welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. So Eric is asking, would you not make a news dir in Pages to list news and show single news item? Oh, maybe Eric, for sure. What I wanted to show here right now, it would be the starting point, because I'm looking to get an authenticated area. So I would be just looking to display something coming from the endpoint, and then I would want to get something from an authenticated endpoint, just for us to see that we will need some stuff to help us with the authentication. So for this exact moment, I'm not looking to organize the news page right now. Just looking to start these building blocks that I still need to assemble. So this is just for a demo purpose right now. But yeah, well noticed. Thank you, Eric. So before coding again, I will still answer to Marcin. He's asking, hello Marcin again, welcome back. So what is better, Inertia.js or Nuxt plus API? Well, it depends, Marcin. I'm also an Inertia.js lover, I really like it. I use it a little bit different from what the most use cases would use, I would say. Maybe because of heavy Ajax interactions on my kind of applications, but even so, it's a very good way to build, and there's no right or wrong, there's no better or worse. I think it all depends to the project and who's building it. So sorry, but I can't say which one is better. Just use what you need. So Eric already, yeah. How do you fix this kind of error on browser? Self.process response is not a function. Are you having that kind of error, or because I cannot see? How do you fix this kind of error on browser? Bernard, I think I won't be able to help you just from this. Maybe you are invoking some method that does not exist? Yeah, I know, but if you have the project somewhere hosted that I can look at, just like this, I would say that you are invoking a function that does not exist. Maybe you should check on that. Nunu is too kind, saying I'm famous, but I'm actually not. He's very humble and kind. Okay, so coming back, I'm trying to use $API that is not defined, so we'll have to define that. Let's find where it is. Yeah, so okay, let's start with our stuff. So I'm gonna start a directory. It's gonna host some plugins, and one of those plugins is gonna be an API. That will be our internal API. And I'll grab this example from somewhere else. And what are we going to do? Isn't this too big? The type of the font, isn't it too big? Let me know. So we are creating an Axios instance, but wait, aren't we just doing this before? So let me check. Yeah, so that, oh, sorry, need to see here. So the base instance, so in Nuxt.2, when we have a component, we have the async data, where we get the context, and out of context we get the Axios instance, and from here we can use it to get some data. And yeah, it's that, but I'm going with something different for now. So I want to create my own. Let's get, for now, let's keep it with an hard-coded value. We will have to load it from environment variable, and we have an Axios instance that is made from ourselves, and this has some meaning because later down the road I want to build some prepared behavior on every request. So this is why I want to build my own custom in this starter kit. Things like putting toasts on the screen, or some kind of behavior to facilitate or ease our task of building. So yeah, now that we are already injecting an API service, we will be able to use API, $API. What we still have to do is to configure this plugin in our Nuxt config, and let's do that in our plugin keys. Maybe it's not started, so oh yeah, there we go. So we have a plugin which will come from plugins, API.js. Mode is working only in client, so no need to do it server side. And sure enough, if this will be compiled, I think so, we'll be able to use it. And we did. So we are making request to news /news. Let's check our fetch XHR and the tab. And right now we have done the request to the Laravel application. It came the JavaScript, the JSON body, I mean. And now we're gonna display it. And what I want to do next is to authenticate the layout. Okay, so let's do that. I want to use the state, so we get response r.data. Oh wait, on request code we are already returning res.data, so yeah, I keep forgetting. So yeah, so here we already have the data. We'll be handling on that Axios interceptor. So yeah, so let's make, for instance, items key. No, I mean, let's make a data object. It's a function returning an object, and we'll have our news. It will be an array, and when we'll retrieve data, we'll update its Vue2, so we'll have to do this .set. We want to update news because we are mutating an array, and I want to change it to the value that comes from the backend. And in our news page, let's just make some silly stuff. I don't know. Or let's make another card. This is just for a demo purpose right now. So what's more, we wanted to do one. So v4, this is gonna be a news item. We want to get its key in news. We're gonna key this component with the value of I, and we're gonna display the title, right? Wait. And we're gonna display the body. So yeah, sure enough, we do already have stuff coming from Laravel backend. Let's take out these, and yeah, so let's make some class margin top 4 Is this enough? Let's see. Okay, cool. So we see when we refresh the page, we hit our API and we get a state from Laravel. So this is already happening. So 1 hour in. Can you guys tell me, do you listen to the music? Is it a good mood for you? If maybe you have any questions of some sorts. I was expecting this to go smoother, but yeah, things happen. Okay, 1 hour in, we have our API plugin. So if we wanted to get some data on the router thing, this would be with Nuxt Axios. I'm injecting my own. So this will fall into place soon. And now maybe let's go into the authenticated part, because the thing is, I'll just explain it real quick, I guess. When we have already the API and the API, the Laravel API is already prepared with Sanctum, so it has all the mechanisms needed to use authentication via a cookie. And this way we'll be able to share this cookie between domain and subdomain, or between two domains, I mean in the terms, because it's localhost. And this is the way we are going to be making requests so easily to our backend. And we will need a separate helper. I mean, we're going to use Nuxt Auth to help us with that tool. And there's even exactly a Laravel Sanctum strategy for that. So it's going to be really quick. We can do a login just using this method, and it will take care of the CSRF, so cross-site request forgery kind of thing. The CSRF protection, it's going to take care of everything. Won't go into much details, we'll just implement it, and there we go. Sebastian is asking if are you using Tailwind 2? This class that you've seen using, it's also available in Vuetify, but Tailwind classes are also nice for people who are used to, right? So, but in order to not be collisions, I'm thinking of adding Tailwind, so you can use any Tailwind class if you feel like it, if you don't want to use SAS inside a style tag, but we will use it with a prefix. So we'll most likely be able to use it like TW, margin, top 16, or LG, TW, empty 16, something like this. We'll be able to use this, but still not sure, but yeah, it's totally usable. They are both CSS. This is an internal tool, so there's no real difference if the bundle gets a little bit bigger, so we're not worried with that. So yeah, most likely it will end up having Tailwind also, yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. So let's try to close this, and I think the best strategy for now, we'll just start porting the other application. So we're gonna go and pull the other looks. Models, we have Next.js, Axios. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So from top to bottom, we have lots of configs going on. Okay, so let's leave the theming for later. Let's focus on the authentication. So let's do the authentication like sticking to the plan. We want to go with Nuxt auth. And I do remember, I don't know where I've seen it, but only the next version already has Laravel Sanctum inside, so that's what we're going to use. And we want to go not on the API, but in the app folder. We want to install auth next module. So not npm, so it's going to be yarn, right? Yarn add. So it's Next.js, Axios, no, auth. The next repo, that's where we'll have Laravel Sanctum provider. Yeah. So we have to configure it. So inside our modules, let's use that. And now for our auth. Because auth is going to use Axios under the hood also. But well, yeah, we're gonna go with auth. Strategies will have just the one. There are all of these that you can use. So I would recommend, if you want to go the Laravel way, we can go with Laravel Socialite. So we will always be using Sanctum, and then Sanctum behind the scenes you will use Socialite that has plenty of drivers. So the first party package allows for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google, GitHub, and Bitbucket. And not only those, we can have so many more from the community packages. There are immense, a ton of them. So yeah, and all of this is possible with, of course, Laravel Socialite. And the frontend would also communicate with the backend via Sanctum, that then is connected to the other providers via Socialite. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, so going back to the project, we have to specify the provider, saying right now it's still not an environment variable, so let's stick with this for now. And this is the redirect route for logout and for login. We'll use this the same like I've been developing before. and we'll port these into the starter kit. We'll have to say that the base Axios, it's going to use credentials, the one that will be available for the auth to use. Yeah, so let me check something. Library parameters, yeah. Okay, so seems cool. And what are we going to do? We'll need to make sure that we are authenticated, right? So let's do this just for a test and for in news. Right now we are getting news and it's not authenticated endpoint, right? So now let's pretend that it is. No, let's not pretend it. Let's really turn it into authenticated. So oh, this is for auth. So yeah, let's get our logged in user instead of the yeah, that's it. Let's get our authenticated user into the page. So let's say, let's put a card, another card. Yeah. So inside this card, we'll have a vcard text, right? And we'll need a user. And it will be user.username. I'm not sure if it's going to be like this. Okay. So let's see how this goes. Because if I remember well, where is the next auth setup? Yeah, the Axios auth. Yeah, that page can only be visited when there's the auth. Yeah, we're gonna use from a cookie. But all this is done under the hood because of the sanctum strategy. What I'm looking for is how to get the authenticated username. Yeah, so it's auth dot user, it's the plugin. So we'll not have this. So let's go like this. But this is going to be an object. So what we're going for is, let's put it something, user will be here. Okay. And we'll just make some computed state. And auth data. It's gonna return this.$auth. So if we go to the page, if we refresh, oh, so I'm thinking, yeah, we have to compile again. When we installed stuff, things broke. Yeah, so we see we want to go into 401, and that was unauthorized, and we want to grab authenticated user, and we could not simply. So we can inspect our component also. What's it called? It's called news, right? No, what is the name of the component? Index page. No. Yeah, news page. It's compiled. So let's find it again. News page. There we go. Auth data. We have this strategy. Ta-da-da. Where's the user? I think we can get the user. It will be a getter. And sure enough, if we refresh, undefined user, and we know that it's unauthorized, but let's change that, shall we? So we are going to maybe let's see what happens here. Okay, this is just for experiment, okay guys, to demonstrate the stuff. So I'll just put the V button, I will press login, okay, and that's it. Add click, let me put some class here, margin all 4, add click equals login, and our method login. That's it. I wanna say we're going to see it, so full logging in, saving, clearing, clicking, and sure enough we see the experiment to the output for the message we put. And 1 hour and 20, let's be focused. Now our auth, we will need to log in. And where are we going to use it? Where did I see it? This is the one we've put. Oh yeah, this auth login with. So yeah, this is exactly what we want. So I'll grab it and full logging in. We wanna grab our authentication library. We'll log in with this strategy, and our email is gonna be just hard-coded admin@admin.com. Password is gonna be password, and we need to have that on the backend, and we'll do just that. Not sure if I've done it from before. It's typically what I do, and no, it's still not done. So well, now the scaffolder comes with this, so yeah, I'll change it for admin/admin, and the password, it's always where is factory, user factory, password is password all the time. So yeah, admin user at admin with a password. I need to migrate this database, so I'm gonna go on the API folder, and I'm gonna go with sale artisan migrate fresh seed. So yeah, this is cool. I can now log in with this password. So let's try to eat that from the news. I refresh the page, will not be allowed to go, but then we're going to log in with this method. Let's see what comes. Let's inspect our network, login, and sure enough, we have a success response. Look at how easy this was. So our package already took care of the csurf cookie. So it's like the csurf token inside the cookie. We eat our endpoint login with our credentials, and we got a 204 response, so that's good. And later we went to check the state of this endpoint, and we got the response. So it's name that we want. So username will be here. So we are going to put auth user.name. We're gonna go with auth.user.name. We'll refresh, and sure enough, we already have admin user. Let's also log out and see how easy this is. So let's make a logout method. Just duplicate this. I will log out, and now we have to log out that strategy for sure. So how is that? Let's check the API auth. So login, logout. Logout active strategy, so one at each time. So cool. Easier than I thought. And now, of course, we will be redirected. You remember the configuration, right? So yeah, I think that will happen right now. So refreshing, whoop, it was not needed, but also I made a mistake, did not rename here. So we now have a logout button, and we did logout. And if I now refresh, we don't have name, it blows up, of course. So yeah, maybe I'll need to do only get the name if there's a user defined. So refreshing, there we go, we're back again. So if I was to log in, and now I successfully have done it. So if I refresh again, sure enough, now I'm logged in and I can retrieve the user from the store. So yeah, essentially, this is what is going to happen. All the application will be behind a restricted area, and we'll make use of this middleware auth. So essentially what we will do is even use this Nuxt config.js, and we'll apply globally the middleware, and then only in the login and recover password page and so on we will disable such a middleware. Yeah, so do you guys have any question? Because I'm thinking in calling it a day for today. So if I can add up for today, I want Notion, this is what I want to track our development today. So we went to try to tackle all the next steps. Of course, we could not do all of them, What did we do? What did we do? We had some trouble at the beginning, right? I do know for sure we installed Nuxt with Axios module, with modules Axios and Vuetify. We installed module auth next, so it's v5 for Sanctum strategy. We tinkered with a news page just for demo purpose, just to be able to try some code. Yeah. And what's more, we did the login and logout flow. We got the data from auth, and it doesn't matter. Iterated data from authenticated API. So yeah, if we were, are the news already authenticated or not? Because no, they are not. We could. There's no need, right? But we could. If we were to come and put this authenticated, I'll just, oh, never mind. I wanted the other way around. Grab this, not to write at all. So yeah. I'll change this for sure, later on. For now, right now, our news are also behind authentication. So if I were to log out and refresh, we went to get the news. We were unauthenticated, but if I do log in and I refresh again, we were supposed to see them. Why are they? Oh, right. No. What happened? It's /news, not /API news. Why is this unauthorized? Credentials. I did a typo here, so Axios was not correctly doing it was not properly configured. So yeah, there was our mistake, or my mistake. Yeah, so sure enough, now we can go to the news endpoint that it's authenticated to get these news. And sure enough, I'm calling it a day. Don't know about you guys. I hope you enjoyed. So if you wanna maybe make some questions, now is the time. I'll be closing. So yeah, we have a basic Nuxt application. We have pages, we have login, and this is what we've done. Yeah, so for the next, we have authentication, we have the helper. Yeah, so next time we want to go with composition API. So let's check back. Episode 2. Sorry. So yeah, we did this, and after episode 2, next steps are composition API, installed in Vue.2 with script setup, Pinia store, Tailwind CSS, layout, auth, and the theme. Yeah, happy with this. Whoop. So let me grab this. Oh, damn it. Okay, sure enough, now it should be better. Come on. So cut. This is our episode 2, the episode of today. And this is it. Next.js, maybe like this. Yeah. So on the next episode, we can expect to have composition API, Pinia store, Tailwind, layout, and theme. Yeah. So I'm also bringing these points not to forget. I still need to put a gist for Robert and team with the Eliza's. And yeah, so our starter kit will have the front, the back, both dev and production, and these components. So this is something to remember. Okay guys, everyone at home, thank you so much for being there. Not sure if you wanna ask something before you go. Still here. I'll be finishing up this. Having to make the commit. Yeah, next time will be better. I got lost a little bit in the start. Hey João, thank you for being here again. Always ready to share knowledge, of course. Welcome back, nice to see you as always. Oh, and Robert, when creating apps, do you make some parts API for mobile apps for users, or do you create all the app API driven? Well, I'm not used to make APIs for mobile applications. If we were to do that, you can also use Sanctum for that, because you can also use machine to machine with tokens, with a barrier token. So yeah, typically my use case is to make internal APIs. So that's it. My life is easier in that sense, but it's not so much more complex. Just, it's not complex at all. Yeah. Sometimes, well, I also have lots of inertia applications, and there's a slightly difference, because inertia renders HTML or JSON depending on the request, but when we are going with something like Nuxt, the front end is always separated from the back. So João uses JWT. For sure he has the need. Since I discovered Laravel Sanctum, it fits like a glove, and it's very, very fresh, very light. It's amazing to use. Okay. So this has a little bit of delay, but I think no more questions from you. Guys, girls, everyone at home, watching live or watching after the facto, after the recording, I want to thank you so much for being there. Please come by Twitter, by YouTube, leave your comments, what you enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy, what you think I can make better. And yeah, let's build this app. I'm really excited to see this starter kit growing up, and you guys contributing, and let's all make great stuff together. So, oh, Nuno is still here. Thank you, Nuno. Thank you for all the motivation and always being there. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Okay, so now it's that time again. I think if no one has already sent any message, I hope not. I want to thank everyone again. See you in the next one, and as always, happy coding.